goals to match up. That's almost a goal every game.
Oh, that's more than a goal a game. I'm gonna get the calculator out.
I'm getting 1,363 games played, right? And 1,200 or something goals?
1,281
goals and 1,363 games.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's almost, not exactly, but somewhere there he didn't score in a couple of games. But one thing's for sure, his legacy will forever live on.
Yeah, over his career, that's an average of 61 goals a year for 21 years.
Imagine that. God. You're telling me that he scored 160 on average.
On average.
Could be higher.
Because in his early seasons when he scored the record 58, that was just in one competition. That wasn't incorporating internationals or cups or whatever. It was just one competition.
Exactly. And to tell me that he scored that much goals in one single competition, that is absolutely amazing. No cap.
If Pele got the move to Europe, I think he would have obliterated every record that we know there. Every single one, and I have no doubt about that.
Yeah, honestly, I'm pretty sure that at the time of him going there, he would have obliterated every single record. Of course, we've seen players like Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi come nowadays that maybe could have rivaled what he would have done. So I don't want to say he'd break every record of today's standards, but certainly at the time of his playing career, he would have obliterated everyone. He would have been the top signing, most expensive signing ever. I'm pretty sure he'd have gotten the top player. I'm pretty sure he would have won the Cup of Champions or the Champions Cup. That's what it was called back then, right? The Champions Cup?
The European Super Cup, I think it was. No, not Super Cup. It was the European Cup, yeah, just the European Cup.
European Cup. I'm pretty sure that he would have won all of that. And we are doing this on the basis. Remember, Pele never played in Europe, right?
Yeah.
And this is how good he is. We are judging him by the standards of their society. That's how good he was. Right? We always judge players by the standards of European football, but in his case, we had to judge the Europeans in the standard of his football. And that's how brilliant Pele was, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. The creator himself of Jogo Bonito, Antes de Nacimiento, no more. Maradona did say it, that he wants to have a time to play with him, and after the tragic death of Diego, Pele did post on his social media accounts that he can't wait to play football with him in heaven, in the sky, if I have to say it properly. So that might be a match that most of us can't wait to see, but we have to wait to see it. We can't rush it.
Yeah, honestly, it's sad. The way how Diego died, it was sad, right? Because he had some complications in and out of hospital similarly. But he died a full 23 years before Pele. Right? Because he died at 60, Pele died at 83.
Yeah.
I did not that's not correctly. 23 years, that's two and almost a half decades.
Mm-hmm.
You get me? Mm-hmm. And it's crazy, but they're up there in heaven along with the lights of Johan Cruyff, along the likes of Escobar, the Colombian centre back.
Mm-hmm. Carlos Alberto.
Yeah, right. And they're all being managed. And Italian legend Gianluca Violi, sorry. Mm-hmm. Right, he's there with them too. Football has lost a lot of absolutely amazing players in the last couple of years. Right, it's sad. It's genuinely sad. But that's life, People live, people grow old, and then they eventually die. And that was the case with Pele. A lot of those other players didn't ain't exactly going old and die, you know?
Yeah. But call us on
Maybe
both
only
today.
him, yeah, maybe only Pele and Eusebio were the only ones that grew old and actually died.
Yeah,
You get me? A lot of them did drugs and stuff.
Like George Best.
Yeah. Exactly, look at George Best. George Best could have lived a full 30 odd years more if he did not screw around with drugs and alcohol. And this is why I say to anybody who will listen, please don't do drugs, kids. It's not cool, it doesn't make it cool, right? The high that you might get from it initially is going to eventually dissipate into a need for it. Or, sorry, devolve into a need for it. And we don't need that in our society, you get me? So please, on that note, just don't do drugs. That's what probably got Maradona too.
Yeah, well, as we close this part of the show here, you know, with the moments of remembrance of Pele, I just want to say, this is not my words and I don't want to be copyrighted. If you know the song, you know, over the moon, over the stars, over the universe, it's bigger than Mars. When I see you in heaven, see you in heaven. When I see you in heaven, I'ma be with my dog. We'll be right back.
Welcome back again, you savages, for another GC Sports Roundup on football, the game, the sport that we all know and love. Moving aside from this somber moon, we move to the great city of Manchester, England, where a certain someone has been absolutely electric, absolutely amazing. He has been on fire, tip-top form, the first time in his career. Of course, Jackson, do you know who I'm talking about?
Oh boy,
This man, if this is what we had to wait so long for, then I am glad that we waited. Marcus Rashford, MBE, take a bow, young man. You are absolutely amazing. You're absolutely on fire. You've gotten the confidence to do it all. You have the world at your feet. You have the United fans bowing at your feet, and you have left defenders at your feet. What do you make of his performances so far?
Marcus, as I said, it's very hard to celebrate a Marcus goal if you know how I am towards Marcus. But like, he's been performing well. He has been performing well. I can't knock it. He's showing good form, really good form. Some people saying world class. I'm saying, can you please just shut up? The season is nowhere yet. Chill, right? Yeah, I mean, Marcus has been playing well, which is good for every United fan. I mean, it's hard to see, especially when he scores the winners, and I can't celebrate it because you know how I am towards Marcus. I'm not going to fall into the pit, and then he goes
Jackson has
inconsistent.
something against school bunches, fellas. You heard it here first.
Ah, chill, man. I'm just saying. I'm not going. I know how he's been over the last 7 years since he's made his debut, and consistency's never been him. So I can't. I don't want to fall into that trap anymore. I can't accept myself to do that anymore. I have to wait until like April, if we're still where we are, if we're still in and around the top of the table, and he's still on fire. Then I'll say, okay, Marcus has arrived.
I understand what you're saying in that regard. Like, as you know, Marcus hasn't exactly have the most, and he's not exactly been the most consistent player. He's reminiscent of a better Dele Alli. However, I hope his career doesn't slump to where Dele Alli is concerned. We'll talk a little bit about him probably later. But we have to celebrate. We have cause to celebrate. He's doing well. He's getting his confidence back, and his confidence is allowing for team and the supporter confidence. So despite we not really celebrating it per se, we still have something to be grateful and thankful for the new year. Right? It seems United got a Christmas gift in that sense.
Yeah, I mean, it's been good form, and we've all appreciated it. We've all done it, you know. But we just have to hope that he can continue this form. Maybe he's just playing for a contract. It doesn't matter. We hope he continues this form.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And from one in-form player to another out-of-form player who I'm hoping is doing his best mentally right now, and that's the young Jadon Sancho. The big money transfer from Borussia Dortmund hasn't worked out so far, and it has taken a mental toll on the player. He was away from Carrington, didn't get called up to the World Cup, and that spurt have just, killed his mood and his will to continue playing football. But he's back in training now. Let's see if he can pick himself up, dust himself up, and I believe it's our duties as fans, as supporters, to respect his decisions in this time, to respect whatever decisions he make, to respect him as a person, because we all have something to go through. The only thing that's different is that we don't have 1,000 or 100,000 or 100 million fans bearing down on our shoulders, assessing our every moves. It's not easy. Right, so I implore all fans, whether you're a United fan or not, he is still a living human being, a living, breathing human being. So we must respect Jadon Sancho, and we must support him in whatever he's doing.
Yeah, I mean,
do you have anything to add?
Yeah, sure. Sancho, he's played about 52 for United. It's been crap. He scored 8 goals. Let's hope the next 50 are great. When he came over, it didn't make sense anymore. And at that point, I think we discovered MG11 on the right wing. We bought Ahmad. We still had him around the first team. And we brought in Jadon, but Jadon wasn't a starter. Dan James was starting when Solskjaer eventually got sacked. That was when Sancho was on the right, but he still didn't look like the player he was. Ranieri came in, played him on the left. I know that Sancho is close with one of his aunts. That's one thing I do know. And I think there was a story, I'm not saying it was true, but as I said, I think there was a story where that aunt was in hospital, and I think that's what took him. I mean, he shut down his social media, everything, and he's been focusing with coaches that Ten Hag has recommended to get him back in a mental and physical readiness for the upcoming season. So, I mean, when Sancho comes back, if Sancho comes back cooking, then I'm not going to be worried at all. Because if he comes back cooking, then I'm not even going to watch the games, because I know what's going to happen. I know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I can just hope that whatever is going on with his family and stuff works itself out. I'm praying for him all the way here from the United States of Jamaica. But yeah, moving on to that, and from Manchester to the good old London, where it's always raining, at least for a certain set of fans known as Chelsea fans, the Chelsea FC, the Blues, if you may have been under absolute